All neighbors? No, I'm just kidding.
My favorite moment is when we're done with the final crit and we're going home when it's bright outside.
I feel actually every semester when I get to the final stage of the design project, it always starts to feel better. That you think 100% only about the project, and that is like the good moment.
I mean, I think that the best parts to me were like realizing that I could like finish things that I didn't ever believe I could finish before. Like I think there's been a number of semesters where we would like finish off and I would be like, I don't know, not even necessarily like happy with the product, but just like happy to have gone through it and happy to be sort of, I don't know, on the other side and like able to like reflect on that. So I think it's that point of reflection for me.
Working with people and it works smoothly, like nothing, at that moment nothing goes wrong. Things are like moving on the right track, like we're CNC this afternoon and things turning out beautifully.
Honestly, I think getting to do ASO studios, like transitioning from 3rd to 4th year, that was a big change for me at least. So that was one of my favorite moments of feeling like, yes, I've graduated and like been able to do that.
Yeah, I like people a lot. I always like, I don't like being alone ever. I know that's like something that people say, it's like, I just want some alone time. I never get that feeling. So, you know, in an environment in like studio, that's like perfect because you're always fucking constantly surrounded by people, so yeah.
A lot of my friends in other majors have come to see studio and they're always like jealous that we have a really big space all together, a place to work, a place that's home on campus, and that we're all so close, and I think that's something that people are really envious of and I'm really lucky to have.
I would be lying if I said all of my experiences have been horrible, but I do think that I've met the most valuable people in my life, my 23 years of my life here in the past like 5 years.
I would assume like the most meaningful moment to me is the fact that the people never really changed. Like everybody around me kind of stayed with me, and everybody like we're always trying, and even when we don't say like, oh, like I don't like you, or there's like annoying things going on between people, there's always the sense that we're in it together. And I'm really kind of happy about that with our year.
Working on these projects for so long and you're not getting any sleep, and so you just see everyone's best and their worst.
Like has been a lot of this like up and down moments where you feel so depressed about your work and like how the life is going, and suddenly you become really like, you know, happy and like high because of the people around you.
The School of Architecture is very unique in the sense that from first year we have all of our classes together, and I really appreciated that because I think we created this family. Like we struggle together, we have fun together, we support each other.
But also those moments too where it's been late at night and we've been very sleep deprived and slap happy and been able to tell jokes about things, and everything just seems hysterical. And it's sort of brought us together and has empowered us to get through all those tough times.
There were times when I wanted to kind of give up and just go to sleep, but seeing everyone else like keep working and, you know, determined to finish the assignment and everything like that really motivated me.
The camaraderie we have here and really learning from other people here have been some of my favorite moments.
It's definitely not like review days or like being done or anything like that, but it's kind of those parts of the project where you're really excited about what you're doing and you're staying up late because you want to and not because you feel like you have to do a deadline. I think that's when architecture school's at its best.
I can just recall like moments where you're like staring at something for so long where there's just this insatiable like giggle fest that ends up like occurring where you just uncontrollably can't stop laughing.
There's a lot of times where we would spend countless hours in studio, and then you do the work, but you kind of get distracted, you do the work, but then I think you need that right balance.
It's just those like moments of like unrequited happiness that just like happen out of nowhere, which I think only happens when you're in an environment where everyone is like so intensely working.
Even though like we were all kind of struggling, though in retrospect it became like a good memory.
I remember one time where we were like taking a break at 3 o'clock in the morning. We were just like pushing each other on chairs, trying to be like a caterpillar all around studios. And I was like, I think that's one of my favorite moments.
One time, Rachel Muse got in my dry bag during McNutt's studio and started jumping around studio and fell over and started crying. Those were probably the funniest moments.
I'll miss doing the cha-cha slide and the Cupid shuffle with Marina at 3 o'clock in the morning because we got tired and we needed some energy rolling through. And letting the whole studio know that we were doing it as well. I will certainly miss that.
Probably one of the like most memorable ones is drilling into steel conduit freehand while like 2 other people hold the steel conduit, and it's like 2 in the morning and no one has slept more than like 3 hours in 2 days, so it's like a miracle we all survived that at all.
My first year, I was in woodshop at 9 p.m. and I cut off my finger. But one of my favorite moments during this time, I mean, like, there were a lot of great moments associated with this event, but I just remember a 5th year who was the woodshop monitor, made eye contact with me immediately, knew that there was an issue, and by golly, he called campus police.
All throughout college I've done Bhangra, which is a dance team, and I'd go to practice really late at night and come back to studio to work, but I'd watch videos of like the team dancing. So a running joke like all 5 years has been when people would see me watching these videos, or just like I'd be like dancing to myself quietly, they'd watch me and laugh, and like it was just a running joke that I would do that.
I think in the years post, and even in the times prior, that I've always felt comfortable in the community to make jokes about my mistakes.
Freshman year and the first semester, we had a little party in the room over there. I thought that was so cool. Everyone was making out, everyone was drunk. Some cool tunes.
A specific memory that I have of all of us being together at a time where I was really happy was when we all went to Chicago and for our architecture trip, and all of the girls were staying together in one room, and we were just playing cards like late at night and drinking wine. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but it was really fun, and at that moment I felt like I was with a group of my friends and not on a school trip, and that was something that was really memorable to me.
I guess my favorite moments here are actually the times where we go out and get out of the studio and kind of explore not only the sites, but start to actually go out to these communities and actually interact with the people that we're designing for. One, it's very important in terms of our future, but it helps to get out of being in this one space that we've been in for so many years.
Specifically like UDBS, like being at Project Re and building, and like working with TIP has been really impactful for me.
I feel like studio's been exciting, but I think I'll probably look back at like Pittsburgh in general, and a lot of the memories I have are kind of associated with the place. So whether it's on campus or off, I don't know. I think that Pittsburgh has a pretty strong character, and being able to like explore it and design projects in it, and it feels like a second home now.
Because nothing that happens in the studio is happy. You can leave that in. No,
You know, the school itself is not memorable, but the like people around you are.
Most of my favorite moments here are the moments when I connect with my friends in studio on like a really deep level.
I remember like after 3rd year, after done a semester, Jess and I went outside after the reviews and we had like a long discussion. We just like sat there and talked about things, and like I remember like feeling very positive after that, like moments like that, I think.
There's this one night, me and Jess were just like in our Airbnb on our London trip, and just like crying in our room for like 3 hours talking about school. And like me and Ivy would like go sit on my couch and talk until like 4 a.m. just about how much pain we've been through. Type of memories has been a bit of an ongoing joke with my friend Elle about bananas. Potassium makes you happy, and Just like leaving bananas on each other's desks when we thought the other person needed happiness.
Kelly's once a week has been therapy thesis year.
One of my favorite memories, just like in general, was like knowing like one of my best friends like coming in and just being like not knowing how to function as humans, and then like transition to like 4 years later like officiating their wedding. That was pretty cool.
To be honest, I wish I had more favorite moments here, which is sad because I'm sure I'll be able to look back on the past 5 years and think of more specific ones. But in the moment right now, I haven't had as many favorite moments as I wish that I could have, to be honest.